Hey, okay, I'm sorry I'm here late, but what I have just discovered is the biggest doozy that you will, I can't even grasp what I just figured out. Like, this is a complete failure of the system. The system has completely failed my mama, all these other families. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't know how I could. Oh, I need a freaking, how do I do this? I don't want to comment. Oh, man. People have to hear this, what I'm about to say, because it's bad. It's really, really, really bad. If anybody watched anything so far right now, what I'm about to tell you, what I have just finally had the mind frame to sit down and go through, you're not going to believe it. Okay, starting off, this woman, 1985, she stabbed her 2-year-old son it said several times. She attempted to kill him, stabbed him with a knife. She pled not guilty, then withdrew not guilty, and tried to say not guilty by reason of insanity, which is ridiculous. Then she turned around and pled guilty and was sentenced to serve 9 years. Okay? Attempted second-degree murder. She was sentenced to serve 9 years. She got out 5 years later. She spent 5 years after stabbing her son to almost death. Like several times she stabbed him. Okay. That's 1985. She got 9 years. She was charged with attempted second-degree murder. She pled guilty. Like I said, she spent 5 years. 5 years later, 1990, she gets out. That's when, not one, but 2 arsons that could have killed at least 10 people happened by her hand, and she admitted it. The first one was February 1990 on Cannon Street. The St. Romain family lost everything. Everything. And inside the dwelling was 3 people who were sleeping, but one of them woke up and felt the heat of the doorknob, and they got out. That's 3 attempted murders to me right there. Okay, while she was goose chasing this, running around getting away with this, February of 1990, July of 1990, she sets apartments on fire down Spring Bayou. It was 4 families that were left homeless. A 6-month-old baby was in there. It's the Bonnet's apartments that was on Spring Bayou Road. I want to say it was the ones that was by where Alan Roy had his camp. Okay, so with that being said, 1990, okay? Listen to this. She was charged with aggravated arson, 2 counts. One was the February 19, 1990. She did intentionally set fire to a house owned by Richard St. Romain, located on Cannon Street, where it was foreseeably that human life might be endangered. That was the same exact thing they said on my mama's stuff. Count 2. July 16th, February, March, April, May, June, July. 5 months later, July 16th, she did intentionally set fire to the apartment building owned by Charles Barnett. It was foreseeably seen that human life might be endangered. She withdrew her previously entered pleas of not guilty and not guilty by reasons of insanity and entered a plea of guilty. She was sentenced to 10 years again to run concurrent. 10 years again for almost killing all those people and a baby and the neighbors. She spent 6 years for that. Okay? She got out. She got out in 97. Not too long after that, I'd say 3 months later, she moved in with my mama down Spring Bayou when Mama had a trailer down Don Bernard Road. Set it on fire. Amanda was taking a nap in the bedroom. Woke up and seen flash and light and ran to my mama and told my mama, there's some light in the closet. 97. She set my mama's trailer on fire. My mama was in there and Amanda was in there. Why? Okay, 97. She spent 4 years for that. Another arson. Another. How many times does somebody have to freaking foreseeably see that human life is in danger? You stab someone, you set this one on fire, you set that one on fire. Okay, 97. She spent 4 years for the Don Bernard fire. 2001, she got out. She moved in with Mama again, across from the fire station at that duplex. She spent 8 months for setting that duplex on fire. Mama was in there, and they had another family, the Maya family, on the side, who, the woman, poor thing, bless her soul, she was crippled. She couldn't run. The daddy was old, and they had a son at the time with them. I don't know if Isaac was there. I don't think Isaac was there that day. I don't think. Okay. She sat across the street from the fire department. She got out after 8 months. She got out in March of 2002. March of 2002, she got out. 6 months later, she killed my mama. She freaking set my mama. She got out in March. I'm sorry, I thought I was past all the crime, but I have to just really study in this just today, and they let this woman out over and over and over just for her to kill. You gonna serve 5 years for stabbing your own child? Okay, you got 2nd degree murder. It's awesome, 2nd degree and 1st degree and all the, I don't know what all these degrees are. But she should have had life from the get-go. So many people would have not had to start over. People were homeless. They were homeless from this. They were homeless. The St. Remains were homeless. They had to go live with Patricia. And then she turns around and poisons Patricia. Tries to kill Patricia. That's another case we're going to be throwing up. I don't care what I got to do. I don't care who I got to talk to. I don't care if I got to go to the White House. I don't care what I have to do. All these people were left homeless. Donations sought for families left homeless. And they had a 6-month-old. Look at this. Look how horrible. And this is all from the weekly news of me going back in the archives. I have been investigating so much and investigating like you wouldn't believe. And for them to keep letting her. Oh, look, wow, right here. Okay, so that fire started her 7-month-old baby. Oh, and a 3-month-old daughter. And the McDaniels family and the couple's 3 small children. The blaze began in the bathroom of the Franks apartment and spread quickly to the other 3 apartments. She did that at the Vonche apartments. And in between all that, she freaking set fires everywhere. Glendana, she set a fire. The Vonche apartments, but these were all contained. So they didn't go, I guess you say, the law wasn't called. The Vonche apartments, she set that on, some toilet paper on fire. My cousin Sal, she set something on fire there. Kathy Burrell's grandma's house, she set that on fire. But right here, for this Bonnet family, it's his apartment complexes. It says it was a bad day all around for Bonnet, who had just returned from the funeral of his brother-in-law, Eugene Norman of Marksville, when he was notified that his apartment building was on fire. Thank God everybody got out. They almost lost their lives. And she gets out. 6 years. All those people. She gets out in 6 years. To do again. She did 6 years. She got out. Spent 4, well, she set mama's stuff again. Spent 4 years. Got out. Sat in front of the fire station on fire. Got out after 8 months. In March of 2002, she got out. And she killed my mama in September. That is 6 months later. If they didn't have, if this ain't proof of a system clusterfuck, I don't know what is. This is unreal. I have no law education. I didn't go for an attorney. I didn't go for a judge. And the little time, well, I've been pushing it hard, but I'd say a good month I've been giving it hell. I have uncovered so many things. This is unfriggin' believable. They let this woman out to continue doing it. Oh, and she'd do it. And they just, she want to plead insanity. And then, and then, of course, the first paper I pull out. A Marksville woman was killed in a house fire on Saturday. Amy Gaspard, 43, was found in the bedroom of her home after the firemen put out the fire. It's treated as a homicide. They got a 911 call from a neighbor at 10:02 p.m. Fire units arrived on the scene. The trailer was fully engulfed in flames. It took the firemen about 30 minutes to control the blaze, but they weren't able to enter the house till after 11 p.m. And that's when they found Mama's body in her bedroom on the side of the bed. Gaspard's body was sent for an autopsy to determine the cause of death. There was no one else home at the time of the blaze. I'll be damned. And it goes on to how it's being investigated and blah, blah, blah. And what I don't understand is that first she gets... This is so hard to look at. First, she gets first-degree murder. Then the grand jury said second-degree murder. First degree, second degree, I don't understand all that. God, I wish I freaking stood my ground and just went ahead with this shit. She caused bodily harm. And of course, like it says here, Mama's freaking her autopsy. Her autopsy and her death certificate. I think this is literally getting me ill. Just like my body is getting ill. She died from carbon monoxide poisoning, you know. Thank God that got to her. Hopefully she didn't feel anything. But from the interval between onset and death was 25 minutes. So she was trying to breathe hard for 25 minutes and try to fight. And she was probably discombobulated and said, that son of a bitch finally did it. She finally got me. And, like I said, the autopsy report is just unreal. 40% is fatal, and she had 86%. I mean, but this right here, stabbed her kid, pled guilty. She was sentenced 9 years. She spent 5. Then she gets out. 2 more arsons. All these families here. Then that's not even what in between what she did. 1990, she did 6 years. She got 10 years again, but she spent 6. Got out in 97. That's when she set Mama's first place on fire. Spent 4 years. Got out. Set Mama's second place on fire in 2001. Served 8 months. Knew it was her. A serial arsonist, and they gave her 8 freaking months. When there was occupants in the building, how they said that, she was freaking, I mean, it was foreseeable that human life was in danger, duh. And after that 8 months, she got out in March, and in September, she killed Mama. She freaking killed her. 6 months. If they would have just kept her stupid ass in prison from the get-go, what moron? The laws are stupid. They're honestly stupid. Honestly freaking stupid. This person here is a freaking psychopath. And then I heard stories whenever she was a little kid that she set stuff on fire and did things. Cruel things to animals and but this here, oh my God, my God, my God, my God. How could you do attempted manslaughter? She was attempted manslaughter and charged with. How can you get out with attempted second-degree murder on a baby? And attempted manslaughter and aggravated arson. How many times you have to freaking... Well, we know how many times. As many times as it took to kill my mama. That's how many times. Oh. I don't even know what to say. This is all stuff of just me going in the archives and finding stuff of this. Look, she killed her She killed her. She attempted to kill $10,000 bond. Was done a $10,000 bond. Served 5 years for stabbing your child. All over the newspapers. You mother. Ooh, ball. I've got to have my day with her. I have got to have my day with her. There won't be justice until I have my day with her. Screw this law. Screw them. They don't know what they're doing. They kept letting a habitual offender out until she killed my mama. I'm going to have my day with that bitch. I guarantee you. I will. I freaking will. I'm going to make sure this bitch suffers for all this little slip slap on the face. Yeah, second, what they say, double jeopardy. But from what I found out by other people, she's got more charges that are coming to her. And whenever I see her, oh, on a freaking Zoom, that's the biggest insult that you could possibly get, is watching that on a Zoom. What a freaking slap in the face. I mean, she set her apartment on fire 6 months after she got out of jail. She set Mama's apartment on fire. Well, the duplex. How long she's been in there? And like I said, that's not even counting the in-betweens. I myself know 5. And people have told me 1, 2, 3, 4 others. So that's 9 right there. And God only knows what else she did. Like I said, she needs to get in a little box, in a little portable building. I'll buy it for her. Portable building. Give her a lighter or gas or whatever the hell that she needs. Give her some toilet paper, because you could do it with that. And set your own ass on fire. You burn, you bitch, for doing that to my mama. My mama fought for 25 minutes trying to get out of there. And then that night, her and that stupid Barlow dude, I'm so glad he's dead. I'm so freaking glad he's dead. Bob, what's his name? That too, he hit somebody in the head with a hammer and tried to kill him. And they let that out on the street. And went to Angola and everything. Tommy Barlow. Tommy Barlow was out in the streets. Crippled somebody. Let him out. How is that even justified? This is making me so mad. This is making me so mad. Let him out, but he's gonna burn in hell, that bastard. He's a piece of shit. Boy, whenever he was in Marksville, they said he was living in Marksville. I wish to God I would have ran into him. I'd have peeled him right in the fucking head. Oh my God. Why didn't I go to trial with this to get her the freaking death sentence? I would have fought for the death penalty. All that which she has done. And I never thought back in the day, I never thought to sit there and talk about it or question it. And this blows my mind. The little bit I have been looking for. And I found all this evidence. And even the state will present, well, this is Mama because she killed her. I mean, damn. The state will represent a copy of criminal history on behalf of the defendant, showing that the defendant has previously been charged with arson, simple arson, aggravated arson, attempted manslaughter. The evidence is offered to show system, pattern, and intent. No shit, Sherlock. No freaking shit. A system, pattern, and intent. Don't you think if they'd have caught that in 85, them numbnuts, why would they let her out? Oh my God. If I have marijuana, I'd go to jail for the rest of my life. If I be caught with marijuana, they'd put me in jail for the rest of my life. Heck, I don't even drink, and I have to breathe in a machine to get in my vehicle because of a DWI. Because of a wreck I got into. Yeah, I have a breathing machine. Mama would be proud. She's lucky that she wasn't there for that. Her or Papa. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Her and that stupid Tommy Warlock kept going in and out of Mama's house, taking her pain medicine and her nerve pills, and I guess they go sell them in the quarters for some crack. And they come back, and Mama's sleeping this whole time. They coming in and out, in and out, in and out. She did like 2 or 3 times. Knew Mama was sleeping. Seen her sleeping. Took her medicine to sell on the street for beer. Even says in there that they even went to the casino because they ran out of money. Because they didn't have money for beer. And then she said something about some crack. I'm sure some crack. She's so stupid. God, I have got to see this person in person. I swear to God, I've got to see her in person. Screw this Zoom crap. I don't know how I'm going to be prepared for this because I want to focus on Mama, but goddamn. I mean, this is just too much. I've got to say all this. I've got to say all this. I don't know if you can bring this up or not. But I am. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to have Mama's picture on the side of me. And I'm going to bring up everything she did in the pattern, in the years that she did it, and the sentences that she got, and what a joke it was. Until she finally, I think she had premeditated that a long time ago, that she was going to kill Mama. Now that I think about it, because she knew Mama, when she set Mama's place on fire across from the fire department, she knew Mama was finished with her. She didn't want her. She got out. She did her time and she got out. She did 8 months and got out. Mama did not want her. But Mama couldn't say no to save her life. And she didn't want her there. And I think that whole time, she knew for that 6 months, she figured out a way to do it. The right time in the right place, right before she was moving into her apartment. Where she was going to be so happy. She was so excited to go move in them stupid little apartments. And she said she won't be able to come. That's why Mama did that. That's one of the reasons why she did it. She had to get away she tried to get away from her at a place that she couldn't. Mama knew, she knew that Mama couldn't have nobody living with her. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why Mama wanted to move there. And she never gave her a chance to make it out of there. She never gave her a chance to get to where she was. That evil bitch. She never gave Mama a chance. And then she's going to have the nerve. And I'm going to show how. Because on YouTube, you could do a split screen or something like that. I just seen. And I'm going to do I forget what it's called, but like you split screen it, and I'm going to do it while she's talking. And I'm going to just going to be like, seriously, I'm going to have to do that on there. And that stupid dude who wanted to give her a house. People that they letting out of prison for murder, they want to give them housing. Don't you think that she's going to freaking say the housing department? He's so stupid. You can't rehabilitate that. She should have been sliced at the neck whenever she was born, basically. She stabbed her 2-year-old child. She said countless fires knowing that people were in the house. She waited till people was in the house. And I'm interested. I want to find out who these people are. In the freaking bathroom, of course. Ruth Ashney. Jay and Frank's Ruth Lachne and her 7-month-old baby, Mr. and Mrs. John Gertman and their 3-month-old daughter, and the McDaniels family, which includes the couple's 3 small children. How many freaking people, bruh? Oh my God. 2:30 in the afternoon. The fire. It destroyed the 4-apartment complex and the small frame house next to it, which also was owned by Charles and Lucille Bonnet. Oh my goodness gracious. The blaze began in the bathroom, and it quickly spread to the 3 other apartments. How in the hell you gonna... What can you set on fire in the bathroom? Of course you did the toilet paper. Good grief. This is so unreal. I'm going to have to talk. I'm going to say all this. I am just going to say all this. My God, I'm going to have to rewrite my whole paper. My whole paper. This is just like, it's taken me to all kind of different areas. Like, I mean, this is insane. But see, the best part of this is that this dummy, see, last time I wasn't notified, so I didn't go to the parole Zoom, whatever. So she, as everybody could see if they looked on my page, how much of a dumbass she looked. But when she walks in there or sees all the people that I have with me from my mama, and all they did was talk about arson. Yes, arson's horrible. But out of all those arsons, people got away. They all survived, and they could replace all their stuff, all their material stuff. It could be replaced. And mama couldn't be replaced. She could never be replaced. She's a human life, and she could never be replaced. And they want to talk about arson. To hell with arson. She took a human life. She took a human life. And she has the gall to try to even get out. And I know this is going to be 8 years. And the next 8 years, every 2 years, she's going to try to get out of this. She better not. She just better not. I swear to God, she better not. I mean, I'm going to be prepared. All this is not going to be killing me like it is now, because all this is just like just bombs dropping on me left and right. I honestly, I mean, God damn. This is, I mean, I hurt for these people just as much as I hurt for what she did to my mama. This is insane. But I'm going to tell her, don't you dare be stupid enough to try to go back for what do you call it? I'm getting nervous. I'm getting upset. Don't you dare think about going back up for parole, you son of a bitch. Don't you dare think about it. You do that, you stupid idiot. You do that. You do that and see what happens. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to destroy you and destroy you and destroy you. And if you make it out of there alive, I'm going to pray to God that I come in your path. I'm going to pray every freaking night that I cross your path. I don't know where you're going to go, though. And they better tell me. They better freaking tell me. Oh, they better tell me. If they know it's good for them, they better tell me. I just, like I said, these bomb drops, I figured this out in about 15 minutes. I had somebody just come do my hair, and after they left, I came, sat here, and just put pieces together, and in 15 minutes, I seen this nightmare of she has been nothing but a nightmare to strangers, to people she knows, to her own child. How could you stab your 2-year-old child? Your 2-year-old child. I'd have killed you for my 2-year-old child. Oh my God, I was so protective of my child. When I had my child, I didn't know what to do with myself. It was like that's it. Protection mode 100. But gets out in 5 years after doing that? How are you going to spend 5 years? Oh my God. People spend more now time for freaking contempt of court and stuff. And like I said with Bill Cosby and this P. Diddy crap, and that who's that other dude? They say he hung himself, but they killed him. Einstein, whatever. Yeah, they had parties and they did horrible things, but nobody was burned to death. And look at them. They get more harsh punishment than somebody who did this. I don't understand. I don't understand. Who was the freaking judge and DA in 85? It had to be Eddie Knoll and Bennett. Why not give her harsher punishment? And with the manslaughter, they could have given her 40 years. He only gave her 30. I'm done. I'm just so done. I'm so ready to do this and get this going, and Lord Jesus, help me to make it that day. Jesus Christ. That's gonna be rough. I don't know what's gonna be so more harder. Not being able to physically see her in my face. To see her on a stupid TV. I don't know if that's going to be harder. Oh, this is going to be hard for me to say. And I got 10 minutes to do this. How in the freaking hell am I supposed to do all this in 10 minutes? It's all for her. She gets all the what am I missing here? Everything's in her favor. She does all these horrific crimes and just pats on the back. She gets 3 meals a day. She got glasses. She got surgery. She works for maintenance. She got her GED. She probably has a bitch in prison. Oh, I'm getting a headache. And to know, oh man, why, Mama? Why didn't you tell me? And somebody told me that a couple nights ago that she said that Mama told him that Sharon was mean to her. I can't believe that. Oh boy, I'd have went ham on her if I'd have known that. Oh my God, I'd have went. Fire. You want to see an attempted murder? You want to see an attempt of a life? I'll show you some attempt of a life. They'll find you hanging upside down off a pole somewhere. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And I kind of just put this aside. I had to put it aside because I was like legit having a nervous breakdown. And then I had the issue with Jeremy. Then I had the issue with Amanda. And then now my whole mind frame is totally different. I'm a totally different mind frame from a month ago. I mean, completely. It's all balls to the walls from here on out. And I have a totally different mind frame, and I'm all about, I know what my reason for being here is I really think I have figured it out. Because I always felt like, why am I here? What's the point? Why am I here? I'm just wasting away. What is my point? But I found I think I found why I'm here. Not only this had to have happened to make it come about, but I'm going to help other people get justice. I'm going to help other people get answers. Through mama's sick death, I'm going to help all these people, because I guarantee you, if I could survive this, and I've been thrown things, and you just got to, be strong. But the more I find out, the more tougher I am to make damn sure that she just better not make the stupid mistake of trying to go up for parole again. That's all I could say. And I'm going to tell her. Oh, and I can't say her name. I have to address her as she. I guess it's one of those. It's so stupid. I got 10 minutes and I can't say her name. What kind of bullshit is that? But yet she murdered my mother. She watched her sleep and set her trailer on fire and watched in the distance. Who's the law for here? And that bullshit about innocent till proven guilty, that's a crock of shit. You guilty. Oh, you just guilty. Nowadays, folks, people who don't deserve that get the harsher stuff. Look, I'm shaking. But people like her, seems like she's just patting on the back left and right and everything, it's sick. It's just sick. Like I said, what I've uncovered in the last 15 minutes, y'all, is just, I don't know. Oh, man. I don't know where to start. And I read a little bit, and then I start breaking down. Then I got to push it away. But I really got to get tight on it because it's coming. I thought today was Monday. I'm so freaking lost. I don't know what day or whatever. I don't know what the hell. And then, what's this? That too. You type in the name Sharon Roberts, nothing comes up. Nothing. Nothing comes up. But people, if you haven't already, go on where I have it posted for you to send. God damn it, I just threw it down. Send that dude something saying she's not worth a shit and she don't belong to get out of jail. His name is Philip Adkins at la.gov. I'll tag the email. Or you could call him. I'll give the number too. So you can leave a statement if you don't know how to do an email or don't want to do an email. You could call him. Tell him to take his statement. We got to do this for my mama. We got to do this for my mama. I know I'm doing everything in my power for my mama. And I know she knows that I am. Because she knows how protective I was of her. She knows how protective I was of her. And she knows when push came to shove, I had her back. And I'm going to fight till the end. My last breath. I'm going to fight for her. Because not only did she die that day, a part of me died. Until you lose your mama, you don't understand. But if you've lost your mama, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard. It's hard, and it's hard because of the way she died. It makes it 10 times harder because of the way she died. Just so nasty. So nasty for somebody to die like that. So horrible. So horrible. Any way for somebody to die. She did not deserve that. Sharon deserves it. Love. I don't know if I said that the other day, but I woke up from a dream. And to me, it was a good dream. I shoved Sharon in an oven, one of those big convention ovens, and I locked her in it, and I turned it all the way on and cooked her ass. That's a good dream for me. I'm just amazed at what I found out. Just 15 minutes of sitting here and all this. I mean, back to back to back to back. Got out, did her time, did the same thing. Got out, did her time. I mean, this is 6 times on record. Arson, attempted murder, manslaughter, 2nd degree, simple arson. I don't know if there's anything simple about arson, but okay. Attempted aggravated arson. I don't think there's anything of an attempt. You either do or you don't. And it says right here for these 2 things that she did, it was a misdemeanor. They filed it under a misdemeanor. No, I'm not joking. I mean, yeah, my squirrel. Misdemeanor. A freaking misdemeanor. And she has 5 felonies. 5 freaking felonies. How many felonies you gotta... Unreal, bro. I'm fit to be died right here. Year after year after year. Sick son of a bitch. She needs to be like, you know how the people in that Hostel movie where they butcher them up like crazy? That's what I would love to do that to her. Oh my goodness. Gosh, could you imagine if it was somebody that did that to me? How oh my God, Mama would have went nuts like I am. Because she feared for my life too. But I just fought like I fight like a man. Horrible, horrible. And then I still got to find out. I'm going to have to call Doc and find out about these. Because she was hit in the head. She was hit in the head with something. And she didn't have... They had said something about pouring alcohol on Mama and setting her on fire. No. Because alcohol evaporates as soon as it touches you. Unbelief. She wasn't even drunk. Carbon monoxide level was fatal, of course. But I think she had a beer or 2. It cannot be determined whether the blunt injuries were sustained by a terminal fall, striking of the body against surfaces in the home, or injuries sustained by another person. Well, it was another person because she was hitting the back of the freaking head. She's hitting the back of the head with something. And it cut her head open, and she had severe cerebral edema, which is hemorrhaging of your brain. Her brain. And her left scalp. She had a cut on her left scalp. Ooh. Man, I want that woman in my freaking hands, can I tell you? I can't even think about it because I'll end up going to that damn jail and yanking her out myself. I wonder if I could go over there. I wonder if I could actually... I have to see about that. If she'd have to okay it. But no, I can't do that. I'll end up in jail. I'll go to jail. Because I'll hurt her. I'll hurt her. I'll end up going to jail. And I gotta help all these other people. I gotta help all these other people solve unknowns. The lovely of all's parish. Stuff that I just found out that was kind of washed under the carpet. Freaking unbelievable. And that person, I think, is responsible for 3 people's deaths. Oh, let me tell you. The truth always comes out. You cannot be that evil of a person and that nasty of a person. The truth always comes out. No matter how much you try to hide it. And you will pay. You will pay. In this lifetime and for sure the next. Hopefully this lifetime. But for sure the next. It breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. I try not to think of it too much. Because like I said, you open your paperwork. And the first thing I see. Can you imagine if this is you, your mama? You open your paperwork. First thing you see. Body found. Foul play suspected. And then this, I don't know where I even got this. I just printed everything. Oh, she made whenever the yearly review. Poor thing. Mama made the yearly review. Amy Gaspard, 43, was killed in a house fire on Saturday. Her body was found in the bedroom of her home. Whenever they post the most important things of the year that happened in the oils. Oh, man. But this 1st degree, 2nd degree, I gotta figure out all that crap. I gotta see what's what. And the manslaughter. Oh, I'm so stupid for not pushing it. Why didn't I? I didn't know what was going on. I was in another world. I was in another freaking world. I was in a nightmare. I was in the Twilight Zone. That night she died, something left my body, and I just never could come back from it. I could never come back from it. I don't think I will ever. Anybody. And like I said, there's a lot of pain and there's a lot of hate. And no, I don't forgive. And they say, oh, forgive and move on. And you know what? If you could do that, good for you. I'm glad for you. I'm so glad. If somebody brutally murders your mom and sets her on fire when she's sleeping with her puppy that she had just got for your kids, if you could forgive and move on with your life, I'm glad for you. But me, no, I'm not. There's no forgiving. There's no forgetting. There's no none of that. So don't tell me to forgive. I know you want, you're saying it for whatever you think you're doing, but, it's not going to happen. Like I said, When I come in front of God Almighty, me and him is going to have a little talk, and he will help me to release it. Until then, I don't need to. I don't need to. They say whenever you die, God gives you a last chance. Well, that's going to be my last chance for him to help my heart, so I can pass over and be with Mama. Because I know she's in the heavens right now. And, gosh, just all the things that I've had to endure since her death. I had a crazy life before her death. After her death, it was crazy. More crazy. Between the family and making me bury her again, and just the ugly that came out of them. And then they kept my grandfather away from me when he was dying, and then turned around and told him I stole his money. Oh my God. It goes on and on and on. None of them, well, I'm not going to say none of them, because two of them. One passed and one still living. 2 of her siblings, both males. I could honestly say with a whole heart, I don't think they had any bitterness in their hearts at all. But the others, y'all wasn't worth a shit. They treated my mama like shit while she was alive and after she died. They treated her like shit after she died. Oh, but that's a whole other episode of one day when I'm gonna get me a little podcast going and talk about trauma and survival. Because that's all I've done. I don't know anything else. It's always, they say fight or flight, survival mode. I don't know anything else, because since I was old enough to know life, I've always been in survival mode. I've always been defensive. I've had to raise myself, basically. And poor grandma, she helped me a lot. And my grandfather. Thank God they took me under their wing. That's another one. This DNA BS. 49 years old, I'm going to get some spit from somebody. I hope somebody relayed the message to him. Because I will be coming knocking on his door pretty soon. After I get this out of the way. After this July 15th situation with Mama's stuff. I'm going to hit him up. I want a DNA test. Unless you can prove otherwise. I don't want nothing from you because you ain't worth a shit. For a man to go his whole life knowing that he has a daughter and never claimed her. Never said hi, kiss my ass, eat shit. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing from him. I just want that part of me that always had a hole in my body. Oh, your daddy never wanted you. Oh, your daddy didn't like you, didn't want to claim you. I mean, I was told a lot of bad things. I was told, and not having a daddy and not understanding why I didn't have a daddy, thinking that I did something wrong as a kid. God, I'm not worth a shit because my mama gave me to my mom and pa. Of course, she was partying and doing her thing. She didn't want to have kids. She wanted to party. Then, your daddy don't want you. So you're just a worthless piece of shit. This is me in my mind my whole life. I'm just worthless. And then when Mama comes around, finally, after all these years that I can remember, the parts that I haven't blocked out, she comes around, she has these girlfriends. I always fought with the women. And 9 times out of 10, she took up for them over me. I got thrown in the street for one at 16 years old. And I moved in with 3, they like brothers. down the apartment complex, and I was 16 years old in Baton Rouge, living on my own, going to school, getting myself up, going to school, and thank God for those 3 guys. They took me in. They felt sorry for me. They couldn't believe my mama threw me out because I beat up her girlfriend, but she called mama a bitch, and then mama was glad when I beat her up. But then turned around and kicks me out. Whatever. And it was always like that for me. I was never a priority for nobody. Still to this day. Except for Isaac. And Louie, of course, and my animals. But I was never a priority. Well, my grandma. I take that back. My grandma. And Papa too, whenever I was young. He loved me to death, he took care of me, they took care of me. God. I wish I could remember memories, but a lot of it, like I said, I blacked out, because it's a lot more bad than good, sadly. But I came out, I survived, and I'm not a crackhead, and I raised my kids, and I made a living for myself, and I still have my brains. I don't know how. I still have my face. I don't know how. All the licks I got and all the mental, verbal abuse is horrible. Verbal abuse to me is the worst. The worst. And I never had that. I've never had that as a child. Never had anybody verbally abuse me. Unless I get into it with somebody. But in the family, but my mama never, unless we were fighting over her girlfriend, but like I said, as far as every day, put you down, never had that. Never had that. Until yours truly comes along. But yeah, I guarantee you I could write a survival book. And they say, oh, you might need therapy. I've done therapy. And like I said, after I was finished with therapy, the therapist needed therapy. She was overwhelmed. I'm very strong-minded and strong-willed. And I guess it's a good and a bad trait. Because, I don't know. But it's what's kept me alive all these years. And now, like I said, I know my purpose. I finally know my purpose. My purpose is to keep that piece of trash in a jail for the next 8 years at least. And then help all these other people with unanswered, shit. I just went blank. Deaths that they think wasn't what happened, and like Patricia was poisoned. We're definitely going to get that ball on the road somehow, some kind of way. There's got to be something, somewhere, somehow. If they have stuff back from the 800 BCs or whatever, they've got to have something. One little ounce of evidence is all you need to start. And I know a lot of people get cremated now. I'm not for that, especially what happened with Mama. But I know some people, that's what they want. My father-in-law wanted it. My uncle wanted it. But cremation for something that's you suspect foul play, you're killing all the evidence. So it's easier to exhume than anything else. I don't know. Unless they maybe might have something in their bones. I don't know. But there's always got to be something to link to tragedy. I mean, they solve crimes from cold cases from years, and that's it. I'm going to be a cold case. Let's make up a name. A cold case catcher. I'm going to be a cold case catcher. That's what it is. I always thought I should have did nursing. Of course, I could be a vet because I know how to do that. Because I love my animals so much. I know anything. Like toilets. I installed toilets. The only thing I'm not too keen on is electricity. Because if that goes wrong, it hurts. Floors, paint. I could do everything. But my calling is crime. It's going to be crime and justice. Justice for everybody that these ass clowns have failed miserably. I want to just go look in the books. I want to find out a way to just go look in the books of all the people that the system has screwed over. Jesus. Can you imagine? And it's like I said, the people who do horrible things, horrible crimes, they get less than somebody like me who got a DWI. My God, you could have sworn I was a serial killer who I don't know, like I was a horrible person. It wasn't a DWI just because I told him I wasn't going to breathe for him. Stupid ass. I was in a wreck. My head was split open. Like I felt like or giving blood or urine. I told him to kiss my ass. I'm sure I'm in a hospital bed. I wasn't even in my right mind. Him too. If I see him today, he's retired. Robert Gaspard. That straight to I can't talk. That state trooper. I want to punch him in his face. Punch him in his nuts. Because he's a piece of crap. Him too. His little badge got to him. Then when he went and run for sheriff, oh, he thought he had that in the bag. Bitch, please, you ain't had nothing. You ain't had shit. No state trooper needs to be running the parish. No. Bill Belt should be running the parish. Well, we lost everything when Bill left. But, oh gosh, it's 11 o'clock. Damn. I gotta go to town tomorrow and do stuff. So I'm gonna get off. But I had to share that. If you missed the first part of the what I read, rewind it and you got to hear this. It is freaking unbelievable. Like I said, it took me 15 minutes to put it together. I have all the paper here. All the paper here. And in 15 minutes, I figured out from crime to crime, how long she was out to the next crime, to the next crime, to the next. I mean, as soon as she got out, I don't think she stayed more than 3 months out. 6 months. Well, 6 months she killed mama. But I think she had that plan for a while. I just kicked myself in the ass, but everything happens for a reason, and this is happening for a reason right now. And like I said, this might be for this is for a reason. This is happening for a reason. I've got to believe that, because when I was told in that courtroom, 30 years flat, no parole, no nothing, no chance, no good behavior. I have the minutes, I have all the reports. No good behavior. And obviously that's not the case. The case that's going on right now. So, all this is happening for a reason. And from what it's looking, it's going to put more time on her. Because it's cases that could be brought up against her. And then other cases that I want to help people solve. Big time, because I mean, just what I've been told, I'm like, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. I mean, I guess watching all those CSI and all those Snapped. That's my favorite, Snapped. I do not feel no bitter for a woman who has snapped, because there's a man that made her You know, there's a reason. Same as a man on a woman. You know, it's usually the women. The women that put up with it. Look, I'm starting to break out with whelps. Ay. Yeah, boys. And people who commit suicide. I honestly understand that, because I really do understand it. And I have pity for them. And I don't think you go to hell for it. I think once you, like I said, once you get up there with God, it's a whole different ball game from what we know on this earth. It's a whole different ball game. But I understand those two big time. But anyway, let me get off of here. Go get all of my paperwork together. Go to town tomorrow. I really feel like going to see my mama right now. I really do. I feel like going to just sit with her. I just wish I wouldn't have missed all this, you know? And she didn't give me no signs of anything. She didn't give me any signs. And all these people who have told me, Katine said she was scared. Katine said she thought she was going to kill her. Katine said she was mean to her. Bruh. One person is all it would have taken to tell me that. One person. That's it. I'd have made it to where her ass would have been locked up again. I'd have did the reverse on her and make her get locked up again. Until mama could have gotten her little apartment. Bitch didn't even give her the chance. And I hate that. And mama knew it. Mama knew it was coming. That's the horrible part. Mama knew it was coming. But anyways, I'm starting to break out in hives and itch because my nerves are getting to me. So I'm going to set some stuff and kind of line up stuff more organized, because I still have stuff everywhere. And I've still never read through every single thing. Man, that's hard to do. I have all this. I've yet to read through all this statements and evidence and minutes and her trying to get out of jail 3 years after she got put in jail, and you name it. And I still have not read it all. Ugh. But I'll keep y'all updated on whatever I find out. But go leave I'm gonna post his email and phone number, and you just call for Sharon Roberts on behalf of Amy Gaspard, known as Katine, how much she destroyed her daughter for what she did to her mama. And everybody else, because everybody loved mama. Everybody misses her like crazy. Everybody talks about her like all the time. I mean, I got together with some friends that I haven't seen forever, and it was so good to see them. And I too, look what it's taken for me to meet up with people again after all this time. You know? But I'm going to be out there. I'm not going to be in my house no more. If I want to go somewhere, I'm freaking going. I don't give a hoot, when, why, or what. If I want to go on a vacation, I'm going on vacation. If I want to go to Hawaii, that's my next, after everything's settled down, I'm going to Hawaii. I'm living for me now, and I got a purpose. My purpose is to, for sure, the next 8 years with her, and in between, justice for a lot of people in the Balls Parish that got screwed over by the system. big time. I have all the proof in the pudding right here, just in my case. That's one person. I can't even imagine. I can, like Christine Mayu. Oh my God, let me have that file. Please let me have that file. So all them unsolved cases, I guarantee you, this girl right here could solve it. This girl right here could find it. I guarantee you. Man, I need a job at the DA. I really do. To go, nope, that's too much work for them. Because if I'd open cases, that'd be more work for them. But maybe the next DA, I could be like, okay, can I do a little investigation for a podcast or something? I'll think of something to slide in there. I'll think of something. I think that would be a good thing. Me open up case files, because they bury them in the attic or something. But if I could go back for any thing, fires, of course that would be Sharon, but any kind of negligence on cases and people who's always at the place but always never gets blamed for it. Too many inconsistencies in just this little time I've been investigating my mama stuff. Put it to you like that. With this legal system, it's unreal. But anyways, I got to go, I guess, to bed. I'll go lay down and look at the walls. There's no way I'll be able to sleep. Phew. My heart's jumping just thinking about this. Anyway, good night, guys. Thank y'all for watching. And if you haven't seen the beginning, you've got to go see it. You've got to rewind or whatever to go see it, because it is, ooh, you'll understand. You'll understand where I'm coming from. All right, talk to y'all soon.